the stream, you can just go ahead and just watch on YouTube. But I don't know about the screen resolution. Okay, so I didn't really have time to check that, right? So, anyways, let's go ahead, guys, and see what it is that we can do here. Okay, so let's just recap on our rules, guys. Right, let's just recap on our rules. Um, the most important things, guys. Okay, let's just. It's good to visualize what it is that we're talking about. Okay, so we're trying to get our objective, guys. You must always remember is we want to get buy trades. Okay, buy trades when the market is trending up. Okay, it's trending up. That's our goal. Okay, and the reason why we want to do that, okay, is that if the market overall is pushing to the upside, okay, when we get our entry signals, right, the probability of our trades uh, making a profit is higher. You guys have seen that many times, right? So the best trades is when the market is trending. An example of that would be if you look at Euro USD from Wednesday, right? From Wednesday, Thursday. That thing was just been shooting up. Okay, so we want to be trading buy signals when the market is shooting up like that. Okay, so our objective is to um, get buy trades in an uptrend. Okay, so now we start with the trend analysis. Okay, we start with the trend analysis. We're going to use the moving averages, right? So remember, we've got the 20 EMA, right? The 20 EMA, and then we've got the 50 EMA, and then we've got the 200 EMA. Okay, Nompi became number 3 fan in the fan club. I have a fan club, guys. I don't have a fan club. TikTok is just gassing me up. Okay, so anyways, like I was saying, guys, to find the trend, okay, and when I talk about the trend, I'm actually referring to the overall direction of the market. Okay. So we want to be trading the market when it's trending. You see, when there's like a clear direction. Okay. You don't want to be in the market where the trend is not clear. Right? Let's just keep it simple like that. Let's not confuse it. Okay. So now for us to see the uptrend, guys, the 20 moving average has to be there, which is the red one. You can make these into any colors that you want, guys, all right? It doesn't necessarily have to be red, blue, and purple. You know, it can be any color, guys. So it doesn't matter, right? Is what I'm trying to say. But then you should know that the 20 EMA must be above the 50 EMA, and then the 50 must be above the 200. Just like this. They have to be in this order, right? And this just alerts you that you are potentially in an uptrend. Okay, and if these moving averages are pointing up, that's good, because that's what we want. It indicates that momentum is there in the market, right? So once we've identified our trend, okay, then we can now look at the three confirmations, right, which is your arrow, your buy on the dashboard, right? And then your buy on the price action signal, right? That's what we want. Okay, so it's from the analysis part, it's a two-step process. Okay, it's a two-step process. So you first identify an uptrend, right? And then you go for the buy confirmations, then you execute, right? So remember, in the video I said it's a three-step process. You identify the trend, you get the entry, and then you also put your exit and your exit points, which is your stop loss and your take profit. So now Once we've identified a trend and once we've gotten our entry confirmation to buy, then we need to like now put our take profit and stop loss. Okay, so there's two methods, like I mentioned. You can either use support and resistance. You can draw support and resistance lines on your chart, and then when you enter, right, you can target. If you're in a buy trade, your take profit is going to be toward the next resistance, right? Let's just touch on it a bit. Okay, so let's say you got price moving in between levels like this. Okay, or let's just make it an easy example. Let's say you've got price doing this, right? Okay, when you draw your horizontal lines, right? When you draw your horizontal lines, the top line where you see the market rejecting from, that's the resistance. That's what I mean, the resistance. Okay, and then the bottom line right there, that's the support. Okay, so if you notice, if you look closely at the charts, guys, right, you can see that the market it moves from one level to the next, right? It moves from one level to the next. So when you get into a trade, and let's say you're buying, for example, right, your next target, your take profit is going to be toward the next resistance, right? And then your stop loss is going to be just underneath the previous support level. Okay? If that seems to be too much work for you, right? And for me these days, guys, I use the second method because I like speed over anything, right? So let's say I get a buy signal or buy entry confirmation in an uptrend. What I'll do to put my stop loss, I'll place my stop loss at the level of the 50 EMA. Okay, that's just a quicker way for me to do it, like without having to draw support resistance or not. I just want to keep it moving, guys, right? So I'll put my stop loss where the 50 EMA is, okay? And then depending on how far my entry is from the 50 EMA, that's what I'm going to use to determine my take profit. That's generally what I do, guys, right? I like to keep things simple. I like to keep things moving. And I'm the type of person that I want to look at a chart, look at whatever it is that I need to see, and that process should take maybe 20 seconds, right? 20 seconds or less. I should just immediately know what I want to do from the time I look at the charts, okay? Once I see my trend, once I see my entry, I just drag my stop loss to the 50, right? And then from the 50, if let's say the distance from your entry to the stop loss is like 20 pips, for example, right? Then my take profit is going to be 20 pips. All right? Okay. Hopefully you guys got that. Right? And then moving on, okay? And I want to make sure you guys understand what I'm saying, right? I think some of you don't understand the support and resistance part, you know. Um, I'll upload like a PDF onto the Telegram channel. Baby, I think I probably did. You can just search it in the channel, the Baby Pips book, right? Where it explains in detail like what support and resistance is. Okay, if you don't get what I'm saying, right? It's one of the concepts that you'll learn, especially when you start trading. It's basically the first thing you learn, right? Support and resistance. Okay, but I found that using the moving averages to determine the stop loss and the take profit is the easiest thing to do, right? And the quickest thing to do. Stress-free type of vibes, right? So, anyways, as we move on, um, now for sell trades, guys, for sell trades, right? We want them when the market is trending down, right? When it's trending down, when it's trending down, okay? Yeah, when it's trending down, okay? So we start with the trend analysis, guys. Okay, before we sell, we want to sell when the market is clearly going down. Okay, and then how do you know that the market is in a downtrend? You look at the moving averages. Okay, so you plug in your 20 EMA, right? You plug in your 50 EMA, right? And then you plug in your 200 EMA, right? So now the downtrending situation, okay? The moving averages have to be stacked in a different order than a buy signal, okay? So, which means that the 20 EMA has to be under the 50 EMA and the 50 has to be under the 200. It needs to be in this order, guys, right? Not the 50 being under the 20 and the 20, it has to be in this order, right? We need to be clear with our rules, right? The first step, identify the trend, right? You identify the trend by looking at the moving averages, right? Okay? And then once we've established that the 20 is under the 50 and the 50 is under the 200, and we've established that this market is in a downtrend, then we look to our indicator to get our confirmations to sell. Okay? And what are your confirmations? Our confirmations, guys, is that there needs to be an arrow pointing down, there needs to be a sell on the dashboard, and then a sell on the price action signal. Right? Easy, guys. Our strategy is easy, right? And then once we've confirmed our sell, it's time to execute, right? And we need somebody saying something interesting. You can use entry points, even pivot points and Fibonacci. That's actually interesting. You can do that as well, but I mean, I want quick things, right? So, anyways, yeah, that's actually a very good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, all right. So yeah, um, yeah. So then once we've got our entry confirmation, guys, we then look to exit. Okay. So same thing. You can use support and resistance. Resistance being your top horizontal line, support being your bottom horizontal line. Okay. So if you're selling, your target is going to be toward the next support, and then your stop loss is going to be toward or just above your previous resistance. Okay. And then you the other method is to just when you get your sell entry, you put the stop loss at the 50, and then you model a 1:1 risk ratio. Okay, which means that if your stop loss to your entry is 20 or 50 pips, that means that your take profit is going to be 20 to 50 pips. All right, it's easy, guys, just like that. That's all we're looking for. So right now, when we start analyzing the markets, guys, that's what we are searching for. Okay, we're just looking for to complete these three steps, right? Let's write them down. Okay, I don't worry, guys, this is derivative here today. There's no pressure, man. There's literally no pressure. Okay, so it's a three-step process, guys. Three-step process, right? And then step number one is the trend. Okay, we need to know what the trend is, right? If you don't know what the trend is, then you can't continue to step two, right? We need to see a trend. And one thing that you guys need to understand, there's three types of trends, okay? There's an uptrend, there's a downtrend, and then there's a sideways trend, okay? So we are mostly interested in the market when it's in an uptrend or downtrend, okay? If you've got some skills, you can also trade the sideways trend, right? But that requires a little bit of skill and knowledge, okay? So ultimately, in the beginning, we are just looking for either an uptrend or a downtrend. So step number one is we're going to identify the trend by looking at the moving averages, right? And qualifying the appropriate trend by viewing the stack of the moving averages. Okay, easy. It's not difficult at all, right? And then step number two, this is when we get our entry. Okay, this is where we get our entry now, right? This is where, depending on a trend, okay. So let's say you looked at the chart, and then you see that the market is in an uptrend. Then step two, now you look at our indicators now, okay, and we see if we have a valid buy entry, right? It has to line up, guys, okay? And then once you've got your entry, you then look for your exit, okay? You look for your exit. And your exit points are your positive exit point and your negative exit point, okay? So your positive exit point, this is your ideal situation. You want the market to go to your TP, okay? Because TP means take profit, right? That's where you're going to make your money, right? And then your negative exit point is your stop loss. This is your risk, right? So whenever you trade, guys, to have a complete setup, you need to have a valid take profit and a valid stop loss. Your stop loss is how much you're willing to risk on that particular trade, okay? So the stop loss is going to get hit if that's the worst case scenario, right? Our stop loss is going to get hit and then we lose money, right? Then we look for another one. So now in this whole process, guys, we need to, um, you as a trader, you need to be familiar with the lot sizes that you use on particular instruments. Like on deriv, there's a lot of them. Okay, there's a lot of instruments, so you just need to be very aware of your lot sizes. Okay, you need to be aware of your lot sizes and how they affect your account. Okay, some require a high lot size and they won't have a big impact on how your trades are running. Okay, some will require a low lot size, but then they have a very big impact on your market, on your trades. Okay, so the ultimate rule, guys, is the higher the lot size, the higher the profit you can make, and it talks about the higher um, the risk you're taking for that particular trade. Okay, so it's very important, guys. All of this stuff that I'm telling you right now, this trend, this entry, this exit, okay, it becomes useless if you are not aware of what lot size you're going to use. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So it's equally important, guys. It's actually very, very important that you guys don't miss that step. Okay, we together, right? So it's very important. And also, guys, remember when we're trading, there's three main markets that we trade. Okay, it's the forex market. Now, the forex market is basically your currency pairs, right? Your currency pairs, for example, GBP USD, NAS 100, no, NAS 100 is part of the forex bracket. You see, when we talk about forex, we're talking about those things. So we're talking about um, currency pairs, we're talking about stock indices, right? We're talking about commodities as well, precious metals as well. When we're talking about forex, this is what we are referring to, okay? So market number one is Forex. And then market number two is these synthetic indices, right? Which is on Deriv. Currently, it's the only broker. I could be wrong, okay, because things do change, right? So on Deriv, you can trade 24/7, right? You can trade 24/7 and you trade something called synthetic indices. This is your volatility indices, your boom and crash indices, right? And then the third market that we can trade is the crypto market, right? Is the crypto market. Okay. So when you're talking about crypto, you're referring to things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and other cryptocurrencies, right? So these three markets, right? We can trade them with our trading system, but right, we need to know how they work. Okay. Somebody's asking, please share the screen. Just join the Zoom meeting. The details are on the screen right there. Right. I don't think it's got a passcode. Let me just see. I don't think I've got a passcode on this. I think you just join. Okay, try join with this meeting ID, right? And just let me know if it needs a. No, it doesn't need a passcode. I'll just admit you in. If you guys want to see the screen, go to the Zoom link or the Zoom details. It's there on the screen, written in front of you guys. Okay. So yes, as I was saying, um, there's these three markets, right? So our system is applicable on these markets, but you need to know how to finesse them. Okay, they don't behave the same, right? So these are the three big fish. Okay, when you're playing in the forex market, the forex market is highly dependent on economic events. Okay, economic events, which is the news, they affect how a price is going to move, okay, or how big the movements are going to be. So you need to know when those movements are going to happen so that you can, take advantage of them. As you've seen us do many, many times. We've done it so many times, you know. And there's also trading sessions in Forex in the Forex market. So there's certain times of the day where, um, the market is going to be moving, okay? Right? So you need to be aware of those instances, right? And then when we move to the next big fish, which is the derivative markets or the synthetic markets, these markets are highly dependent not on economic data, right? But they are highly dependent on the price action, right? Um, you need to watch the price movements, okay? So you need to be acutely aware of the trends, price patterns, those type of things is how we trade derivative. Okay. So the way we have set up our strategy is that we can now take advantage or find opportunities on derivative as well. Okay. Now, when we move to the third player or the third big fish, which is crypto, crypto is also available 24/7, right? Um, it's similar to deriv, okay? But with crypto, there's also an element of economic impact as well. Crypto can also be impacted by news events, okay? So you need to finesse it as well. You need to know when is the right time to play. Myself personally, the way I've structured my trading is that I, I do forex most of the time, and then over the weekends I'll do deriv or I'll trade crypto if I see like a clear signal, right? But usually I can find the signals that I want to find in forex, and then I can make whatever money that I want to make there. Okay, so then I'm not really under pressure to jump into the other markets because obviously, the FX market is open Monday to Friday, right? Um, and then you can trade around the clock, right? Depending on the different sessions, okay? So Monday to Friday, I'm usually trading the Forex market, your currency pairs, your what, and then on the weekends like this, I can trade things like derivatives, your synthetic indices, your boom, your volatility, and so on and so forth. Okay. And then crypto, I only dabble in it when I see an opportunity. Let's say if during the week I don't find a signal on forex pairs, right? Then I will go to crypto as well and just see what's going on. So crypto is usually the last thing I look at. You know, like how when you start the trading session again, how I would analyze the markets. I'll start with the currency pairs, go to the stock indices, your NAS 100s, your US 30s, and then I'll just like when I'm done, that's when I'll probably look at like two cryptos, the ones that matter, Ethereum and Bitcoin. The others are there, but you get my point, guys, right? So I like things that are moving, right? And yeah, the forex market usually moves. Yeah, but you guys get it. You guys get it. So, anyways, today, guys, we're gonna analyze, and I'm taking my time here, guys, right? Because someone told me that I sometimes I speak very quickly, and when we be looking at the signals and things like that, they told me that I'm doing it very fast. Okay, so I'm just trying to slow it down because I do have some time. I think I have time up until 11 or 11:30, right? So we still have a bit of time, guys. So just be a bit patient. I'm also teaching you patience as well because I know that when people join these streams, they want to jump into the the, the signals and the entries and the what's, you know. So when I talk like this, like, man, when is it gonna finish? Like, I'm teaching you patience, guys. You know, I don't want you to be impulsive. Being impulsive in trading is a disaster. You know, it's a disaster, guys. You need to always tell yourself that there's always an opportunity available, right? If you think like that, then you won't succumb to um, this pressure that the market puts on us. That you always have to be in. You always have to be checking what's going on, right? No, sometimes you need to be in control. Like right now, we are in control. We'll get the trades that we want when we want. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Perfecto. Okay. So on deriv, guys, right? Um, on deriv, there's several things that we can trade. Okay. So today is all about deriv. It's all about synthetic indices. I don't know if I'll have time for crypto, but we can if there is time, right? If there is time, we can. If there isn't time, then we'll see it another day, right? So there's different things that you can trade on deriv, guys. You've got your, let's even write it down so that we don't lose our train of thought. Okay, you've got your volatility indices, right? Which is your volatility 25, 50, 75, 100, 250. Okay, and then you've got your volatility indices, the second indices, right? So it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be your volatility 25, then it's going to have like a bracket 1 second index, you know, and then you also have your boom index, right? You've got your boom index, and this is the trap where people, hey, guys, yeah, yeah, it's a trap also. This boom and crash is a trap as well because this is like the fastest moving thing on here, right? Boom and crash is very quick, and I see a lot of people trying to trade it on like the minute time frame, you know? Yeah, because they wanna make big bucks, but it's more of gambling, guys. To be honest, it's more of, if you don't know what you're doing, it's more of gambling, guys. To be honest, you know, like I wanna be able to do something and repeat it the next day, you know, type shit. Okay, so you've got your boom and your crash, and then you've got your step index. You got your step index. You got your step 200, step 2. You got step 400, I think. There's just a lot of them. And then you've also got your jump index, right? And then you have what's the other one? The DEX. These are the one. I'm just showing you the ones that I'm interested to trade in. Okay, you've got your DEX index as well. It also gives good profits or good movements, I guess. You see? So now, um, the lot sizes here work differently, guys. Hey, so yeah, you need to go out there and play around with the different lot sizes because some of these will want you to put like in a normal sense, putting a 5 lot is insane, right? But then on some of these indices, you put a 5 lot and maybe you got to have like a 10 or 20 pip trade, okay? Then the stop loss, maybe if it's like 20 pips, you get like maybe 50 or $10, right? Instead of thousands and thousands of dollars. So you just need to be aware of that. You'll see sometimes when you try put a low lot size like 0.01, it's not going to work. It's going to want us to start from 1.0 or 2.0. Okay, so don't get confused by that. Okay, don't take that same 2.0 and try to put it on volatility 75, for example. It's just going to mess you up. Okay, so yeah, you need to know what's happening. You need to be aware of the environment that you're trading. Okay, I'm just putting you guys up to speed. Okay, because I know some people they're just not aware of this. Okay, all right, and then our approach, guys. Okay, I'm always trading on the M30, right? I stand by the M30 chart, guys. I stand by the M30 chart, right? That thing pays. I won't lie. M30 chart has been paying this year. right? So I play on the M30 chart. That's my favorite chart, but I'm not saying that it's limited to this. Okay, you can also use other time frames as well. Okay, you can use. Sometimes I take trades on the M1, right? Sometimes I take trades on the M5. Sometimes I take trades on the 15 minute, which is the M15. Sometimes I take trades on the H1. Sometimes I take trades on the H4. Okay, so it just depends on your trading style. Um, for me, the reason why I would deviate from the 30-minute chart and go to maybe a 15 or 5 minute is I want to see if on the lower time frames my strategy rules are lining up. Okay, that's what I'd want, right? Guys, please don't draw on the screen. Ish, I don't know how to disable that. Yeah, yeah. Please don't draw on the screen, guys. Just relax. Okay? You can type chats to me, but just don't draw on the screen. I don't know why Zoom allows that. Okay? Maybe I just don't know the settings. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay? So when we're doing the analysis right now, guys, it's gonna be on the 30-minute chart, okay? Right? If you want me to change it, I can, but on request, okay? But if I change the time frame, I'll let you guys know, right? And then I'll also say why. Okay. So yeah, I think we're ready. We're about ready to jump in. Okay. So key things, all right? Key things just to remember before we jump in. Remember, we've got a three-step process. Step number one, we want trades that are in a trend. Okay, we want uptrend or downtrend. That's number one. Number two, we want our entries, entry confirmations in the direction of the uptrend. So if the market is in a downtrend, we're not going to be taking buy trades. Okay, in a downtrend, we want sell trades. You feel me? So now, step one, trends. Step two, the entry point. Step three, the stop loss. In this session, guys, we're just going to use the 50 MA for time. Just for time's sake. All right. Um, and then another thing to note is we're trading the synthetic markets. The synthetic markets, the lot sizes, we need to be very, very careful here, right? So if there's something that you want to trade today that you don't know, start with the lowest lot. That's just my humble opinion. You know, it's just my humble opinion. Okay. Trust me, guys. It's very easy to get lost and get too excited by these markets, right? So let's just go in. Let's just jump in. Let's just jump in. Let's just jump in from the top. Okay. Let's start with the volatility index, right? Let's start with your. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with your volatility 50. Then we're gonna go to 100. We're gonna go to 75. We're gonna go to volatility 10, right? Then from there, we're going to jump in and go to for the volatility 1 second index, okay? Which is your volatility 75 1 second index. Okay. Sounds weird, guys, right? These things have funny names, I know, right? But it is what it is. That's what we need to do. And then after we've looked at the volatility indices, we can look at your boom and your crash to see what's popping. Because I mean, boom and crash is basically in the terms of Forex, I would say boom and crash is like gold. Okay, it can make your dreams come true, or it can just fuck up the rest of your day. Right? So boom and crash. Uh, be very my boom and crash, guys. They can give you solid entries. They can give you they can give you a proper trade. Okay, but now their trends, they're not sustainable because they at any second they can turn, right? So it's very important that when we trade, okay, let me just show you guys this one thing before we continue, right? This is very important. Now I can't get my screen, this thing. Okay, just hold on. I've just got so many screens open, right? Got so many screens open. Okay, guys, so this just check this out. Okay, let's just do this quickly, right? So now a lot of people, when they open up trades, let's say they get a buy signal, they get a stop loss, they get a TP, right? And they start making profit. Okay. So now the mistake that people make when they start making a profit, guys, they just think that the market is going to continue to give them profits. Okay. But one thing I need to tell you guys is that it doesn't matter what type of signal, what type of setup we find, the market can turn direction without giving you a warning. Okay, because remember, we don't affect how the market moves. We just react to what we see. Okay. So now the market can be giving you $1,000 and then you can blink and then it can turn around and just wipe you out. Okay. So if you're sleeping, you're going to lose all your money. But if you're smart, you're going to do something called trade management. Okay. Somebody's got a question. Red Horn, just text in the chat, okay? I'll read your question, all right? Just text the host and then I'll be able to see what question you have, okay? So, anyways, so in an instance where we've got a profitable buy trade, guys, what I like to do is I take my stop loss, okay? And then I move it from where it was to another position, okay? Just above where my entry was, okay? So when you do that, guys, it removes the risk that you took in the beginning of the trade. Okay, so when the market goes in a, if it goes in the opposite direction, let's say now the market moved up until that point there, and then if it comes down for some whatever reason, it's going to hit the stop loss and close the trade in profit. Okay, that's the ideal situation. So when you open up your trade, right? When you get your entries again, and you open up your trade, the next step is to allow the market to develop and do what it's supposed to do, because the market goes up before it goes down, it goes down before it goes up. Okay, you allow the market time to develop. Then once it's been developed, then you can start now managing your trade by shifting your stop loss, booking profits, taking partial profits, So you shift your stop losses for all your trades. Okay, you shift your stop losses, protect yourself at all times, guys. This is boxing, protect yourself at all times, okay? Because the market can have a sudden change, right? So let's look at the other side of the coin, the sell trade. Okay, so let's say now you sell at this point, and then your stop loss is here, and then your TP is here, right? So the good practice is when the market is in profit, right, you take that initial stop loss and then you put it underneath the entry price, right? You put it underneath the entry price so that when the market now decides to turn around, okay, it's going to hit the stop loss, but instead of you losing, you bank money, right? So let's say maybe you are up $500, right? And you put your stop loss at maybe 500, okay? Then when the market goes around and turns around, it's going to hit the stop loss, but your trade will have like a $500 profit, for example, okay? That's all we want to do. Okay, somebody's asking, this system, does it work on any broker? Yes, yes, it does. It works on MetaTrader 5, guys. So you can use it on any broker that has MetaTrader 5. Okay, easy, easy, easy. So it works on any broker. It's not just Deriv. Okay, you can use it on Pepperstone. You can use it on XNES as long as it's MetaTrader 5, right? As long as it's MetaTrader 5. All right, guys. Okay, so we're ready now. I think we've been talking for about 50 minutes, right? Yes, yes. Sometimes I talk a lot, guys. 50 minutes. I've been yapping for like an hour. That's crazy. Okay. Yep, 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 yep. Let's get down to business. Now, everybody knows, okay? Everybody knows what we're looking for. Everybody knows um, what we're gonna do. Okay. Everybody knows that. Hopefully you know, right? So let's get started. Let's get started. A lot of time has passed. Okay. Start with volatility. Wait, let's start with volatility 10. Let's see what's popping. Okay, let's see what's popping on volatility 10. Okay. So I wanna just snap this. Okay, what's happening on volatility 10? I'm not gonna explain much, guys, because hey, we're gonna be here the whole day, right? Okay, volatility 10 on the 30-minute chart. I see. Let me also get my notepad as well, guys, because I want to be making notes as I go along for trades that I want to take, right? So I'll be writing them here on this notepad right there. So let me just put this here, right? Okay, so volatility 10, okay, we don't start with the trend analysis. We don't really have a trend, clear trend, established trend on the 30-minute chart. You guys can see the 20 EMA is under the 50 and the 200 is above. It's just a mess right now. But if you go to the lower time frames, because you can see that the market is pushing on the lower time frames, okay, so we might get a trade there. But We are starting on 30-minute, guys, right? We're going to look at all these markets on the 30-minute chart and then pull the trigger when there's something spicy. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, let's move. So now we don't have a trade here, right? No trades, no trade-off. Okay, and then the next one is volatility 50, right? Volatility 50. So volatility 50, what do we have? Okay, trend analysis. You got, let me just get my pointer. Let me get my pointer here. Somebody is asking me a question about the trading system. Does it only work on a PC? Yes, it only works on a computer, guys, right? It works on the PC version of MetaTrader 5, not the mobile version of MetaTrader 5, okay? And then the price is 100 USD or 1,500 Rand, okay? And then once you purchase, sent to you via email with instructions on how to install, and then you get added to a Telegram channel as well, okay, where we just make some announcements, and then if there's something, we just communicate there, right? So that's what happens. Okay, let me just move on, guys. Time is flying again. Shapes. Let's see. Fella, now we're supposed to be making paper now. We're supposed to be making paper. All right. So, anyways, you guys can see the 20 EMA is above the 50 and the 200. So this market is an uptrend based off of our market analysis. Okay, we see an arrow, we see a buy on the top right, buy on the bottom right there. We've got our buy entry signal confirmation. All right. Then when we take the trade here, this is a valid trade, guys. Our stop loss can be here, and then our take profit can be here. Okay, we can be somewhere up here, right? Just like that, guys. We have a trade, just like that. You see how lightning fast that was? Okay, let me just write it down somewhere. V50, V50, right? So I mean, usually what I do, guys, I like to, before I open up the trades, I like to just see what's happening. Then I select the best trades at that particular time. Okay, volatility 75, nothing. Moving on. Volatility, was that too quick, guys? That volatility 50, the way I did that, was it just too quick for you guys, or do you want me to go a little bit slower than that? Okay, just let me know in the chat, all right? Because I'm gonna be moving like that. Okay, but if no one says something, I'm just gonna continue that way. I'm just gonna assume that we're on the same page, right? Okay, volatility 75, 1 second index, nothing. Volatility 10, 1 second index. We have a trade, we've got a sell trade, we've got our moving averages, right? The 20 under the 50 under the 200, we've got our arrow right there, we've got our sell on the price action signal, sell on the dashboard, that's a sell right there. Our entry will be right here, and then our stop loss is at the 50, just like that, right? You guys see what I'm doing? Yeah. I don't want crickets, guys. I don't want crickets, right? If the stop loss at the 50 is too far, you can use the 20, right? And then the TP is going to be here. Right. All right. Okay, let's go. V10, 1 second. Again. Let's keep moving. V50, 1 second. Let's go. Okay, nothing there. I don't see anything spicy. Okay, volatility 25, 1 second, nothing. Nothing there as well. Let's go to the 150, 1 second. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, in this situation, you see this volatility 151 second index. It feels like my mouth is full when I talk about these indices. You see how the moving averages aren't really developed the way we want them to be developed, okay? So in this instance, like this particular specific instance, guys, this is where I'd go down to the maybe 15-minute chart. All right? Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What do you see? Tell me what you see, guys. Talk to your boy, talk to your boy, talk to your boy. What do you see? Right? So now the only thing that's missing is this right here. You're just gonna have to wait for the buy on the price action signal on the bottom right of the screen, and then you have a trade, right? When it's ready, you put your stop right there. You see right there by the 50. I feel like you guys are not with me. But I'm moving, guys. I'm moving. Right, volatility 25, 15, nothing. 150. Okay, let me go back to the 30-minute chart. So what I'm saying is volatility 150 1 second index. Check it on the 15-minute chart, right? And wait for the buy on the price action signal. Let's go. Volatility 90. We'd actually take this trade, but with a low lot size because of I see the price action there. It's kind of making some ranging stuff. Okay, but anyways, we'll move on. We'll come back to it later. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Volatility 100. Once yes, it's bad. Why don't they just say V 100 1 sec? Damn, bro. It's a lot. Okay, it's a lot to say. It's a lot to say, guys. Right? Okay, so I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving. So far, guys, what I've picked up is trades on volatility 50 and volatility 10, 1 second. These are trades that I would take immediately. Okay. Let's look at the crash index and the boom index. Right. Let's start with boom 300. Let's see what's happening. Nothing spicy on the 30-minute chart. Let's go to crash 900 index. Nothing. Let's go. If there's nothing, we move, guys. There's no need to stress. You go. You just keep moving. You just need to go. Right? And then boom 500 index is cooking. The moving averages are correct for buy. Our entry confirmation, we've got an arrow, we've got a buy on the dashboard. We're waiting for a buy here at the bottom here. So if it tells us to buy here, that's a valid trade for us. We put our stop loss at the 50 right there. Then we model the 1:1 risk ratio, right? Just like that, right? Easy, 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 easy. Write these things down, guys. Write these things down, okay? And then crash 1000, nothing. Boom 1000, nothing. Crash 500, buy signal, buy signal, buy signal, buy signal. No need to, there's no need to negotiate here. Buy signal, guys, here. This is what we're looking for, right? This type of movements, this is what we want. This is a buy signal. We don't negotiate here, right? We don't negotiate. You can put your stop loss either at the 20 or the 50 EMA, right? Crash 500, buy signal. Let me just write it down on the 30-minute, right? Remember, this is a 30-minute chart, guys. And okay, this one, you can take it on 30, you can take it on 15, right? Let me just see, crash 500. Okay. And those of you guys who already have the trading system, guys, you already know what to look for. You don't have to wait for me. You can just go. You can just go, guys. You can just go. You don't have to wait for me, bro. Because me, I talk too much. Okay, crash 600 index, sell trade, no negotiations. Nice, beautiful trade. It's trending nicely. You can see the moving averages are stacked correctly. You've got your arrow, you sell on the dashboard, sell on the price action. What are you waiting for? That's a signal right there. Let's go, baby. That one needs no introduction. You can see, guys. You can see that's crash 600. All right. Let me see. My charts are a bit mixed up here. So which other crash did I miss? If I missed a crash or boom, just let me know, right? I'm also getting old, guys, so some things I'll miss. Okay. So crash 600, volatility 10, volatility 50. Let's go, baby. Right. Okay. So now moving to the step index, right? Let's go to the step index and see what's going on. Step index 30-minute. Shit. I'm on the 15-minute chart, guys. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. You see now. You see now. You see now. This thing of jumping around time frames. All right. So you also um, if you're following, right, if I'm talking too fast, just look at the top left of the screen. You see up there, you can see what chart this is. Even here at the bottom here, you can see which chart this is and what time frame. So this is step 300 index or step index 300 on the 30-minute chart, on the 30, the M30. You guys see that down there. Okay, so when I change it, you see, it changes, right? So you can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. Okay. All right, so that's step 200, step 400. Let's see what's going on. Nothing. Let's go. Which other step index is there? Step 500. Sell signal. No negotiations here. Sell signal, step 500. Let's go, baby. That's a sell signal. Let's see. Jump 75. Now we're at the jump index, guys. Okay, let's see. So we looked at, let me just go back. Jump 75, we got nothing. Jump 100. You the other system that one I think is, yeah, the other system that You saw on my Telegram, not my Telegram, my TikTok, right? The 3.0. That's for MetaTrader 4. You can't trade synthetics with that system. It's only on MetaTrader 4, right? So yeah, it's just up to you what you want to trade, right? But this is the easiest one. I mean, like this is so easy. Okay, it's just that maybe you just need to be familiar with some of these things, but it's so easy to do, bro. I'm just moving on, guys. I'm just moving now. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm moving. Okay, let's go. I'm just dragging and dropping now because I see that the talking is just slowing me down a bit. Okay, wait. Let's see. All right. So I think I'll go back to V50. Right. Let's try execute this thing. You know, the other day, guys, I opened up a trade and then immediately it was negative $200. I was like, fucking hell. You know what I mean? Because I put like a lot size that's like high, 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 high. Now I'm still taking this volatility 50, right? Let's see. Let's play. Let's see. 0.01. Let's see if we have lega. Nothing. 1.0. Let's see if we have lega. You see what I mean? This thing, it was. I ended up opening four lots on this thing. You see? And now when you drop it, like it's a few dollars, okay? You have to open up multiple of these things. I'm jumping in, guys. There's no time to negotiate here. Let's just open quite a few. 10. Let's just do 10. Let's just open. Let's just open, yeah, just like that. Okay? All right. And then what was the other one? I think it was what the hell, man? Ish. Now my notepad disappeared, guys. Ish. I don't remember. Okay, I think it was volatility. Where is it? Here, this one we're taking. Just hold on. Hey, these things, man. Hey, you must be careful. Hey, this other day I opened. It's like when I opened a trade on. Yeah, this is normal. This is normal. This is normal. This is normal. Let's go. Volatility 10. No negotiations, guys. I'm jumping in. Right, I'm jumping in. Easy. Boom. 2, 3, 4. I think that's about. What's 40 times 5? 40 times 5 is 200. All right, 200 is fine. 40 times 5 is 200. Let's go. Guys can see, Mus. Guys can see, Mus. You can see. Then what the hell was the other one? Okay. Who's confused? Tell me now in the chats, guys, because I'm almost done. Who's confused? This is your chance right now. Who is confused? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Who's confused? If you're confused, let me know. If there's something that you don't understand, now is the time. Talk to your boy. Right? Talk to me right now. Right? Talk to me. Who's confused? Who's confused? Who's confused? Who's confused? Who's confused? This crash 500, guys. I'm just gonna do the 20 EMA. I don't trust this thing. You see, I'm putting my stop loss at the 20, putting my take profit at, you see. Okay, so that's 29. That's 29 times. See, I'm doing math calculations in my head, guys. Math calculations in my head right now. Um, what's 30 times 5, guys? Is that 150? Yeah, I can do 150. You see, I'm calculating my risk in my head. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm good. Okay, so the system says you can save small amount. Let's say 200. I have 200. What are you saying, bruh? So the system can save a small account. Let's say I have 200 clip. You can save a small, what do you mean save? What do you mean by save a small account? Like can you trade a small account? Yeah, man, you can. Remember the system, the system, right, it shows you the trades, okay? Then you, when you see the opportunity, you need to select your own lot size, okay? Based off of how much you have, and then you take the trade like that, right? That's basically how it works. Ish, guys, just remind me which other trade was I said volatility 10, I said volatility 50. What's the other one? I remember there was something else. I think it was crash. Yeah, no negotiations here as well. No negotiations. Selling this thing. Crash 600. Guys, am I too fast or what? Yeah, you see this thing. I think I did too much now, guys. I think I might have over leveraged. Yeah, I think I might have over leveraged. I'm not opening any other trades, guys. I need to let these ones do what they're supposed to do, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think I might have over leveraged. Okay. So we basically have trades on crash 600, crash 500, volatility 10, and volatility 50, right? Our guys on TikTok. Read there what's on the screen, guys. We're on Zoom right now. We're on Zoom. TikTok is tripping up. Like TikTok, I don't know. I think it's got beef with me. When I show forex charts on my TikTok, hey, I always get notifications against community guidelines. What. Hey, I'm not trying to get my account banned again, you know, because they always be banning your boy. Hey, they always banning your boy. Like I think how many accounts have I had banned? I think it's about 5 accounts now. And with followers, guys, with lots of followers. Hey, thousands and thousands and thousands of people, man. All right, let's go. Let me see. Let me look at other markets, guys. I'm done, guys, with the analysis. With my trades, I'm done. Who missed it? I think we're together. I wasn't going too quick, and nobody's saying nothing, so I'm assuming that we're good. I'm assuming that we're good. Let's see what else we can trade on Deriv, guys. Hey, but these other funny markets, no, no, these other funny markets. Okay, we're at the end right now, guys. So I got a trade on Crash 500, Crash 600, Volatility 10, and Volatility 50, right? So let's just see how that goes. Um, we're done with the analysis, guys. So just remember this thing, guys, that I spoke about here, that you need to trade smart. Okay, you need to like you can't keep trading like a rookie, guys. You need to trade smart, and you need to level up. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So when you see now, I took some trades, right? So the next thing, I took some sell trades, right? I took some sell trades you guys saw, and then I put the stop loss and I put the take profit, right? And then now the next thing that I'm gonna wait for, okay? So if the market now goes and gives me profit, okay? If it gives me profit, right? What I'll do is I'll take the stop loss, right? That I put, the one that you saw me put, and then I will just drag it and put it underneath the entry price like that. That's the next thing that I'm going to do right now. Okay? And then what that does, if now the market goes down, it's going to hit the TP, that's what I want. If it goes in the opposite direction, it's going to hit the stop loss, but still close me out in profit. Okay? And then I'm trading on the M30, so I still have time. So I can just allow the trades to run. They can develop in a few minutes, they can develop in a few hours. Doesn't really matter, right? As long as I stick to the game plan. So I was using risk management. I know how much I'm risking. You saw I was calculating in my head, doing some maths, you know, in my head. What is the TP for V10? You need to put your stop loss at the 50 MA, right? The 50 MA or the 20 MA, and then do a 1:1 risk ratio, right? Then you can just get that. All right, guys. So this is the next step after this, right? I've got my trades open. I've got about 4 trades open, I've got trades open on 4 instruments, right? So I'm waiting for that right now. Okay, I think. Hey, what I like to do, guys, when I've got trades running, one thing that helps me is I do activities, guys. Like I go to the gym, I go out. Because hey, if you sit there and you watch this thing, You're gonna end up doing some rookie mistakes. Hey, you're gonna close trades, you're gonna open trades. Hey, yeah, yeah, no, no, you don't wanna be that guy. Okay. And then yeah, I mean we can still check the markets in a few hours as well. Usually my trades, guys, I'll hold them for days, right? So this is the process that I'll take like but for days, guys, right? Okay, so I'm gonna take another question, then I'm gonna go, guys. I've been talking for a long time now, so I wanna disconnect. Okay. So yeah, if you wanna get this trading system, guys, just send me a DM on TikTok, or you can send me an email right here. And I saw that um, on my other TikTok channel, they restricted my messaging. I don't know why. Hey, these guys, man. TikTok is just after me, man. Yo, they just after me. But even if they close that account, I'll open another one. So I'm not tripping. Yeah, yeah. Even if they do whatever, man, like it's very easy to open up a TikTok page, right? So yeah. Anyways, guys, if you wanna know more, if you wanna get more information, or you wanna reach out to me, there is my email, right? What am I doing? At gmail.com, right? And then here's my WhatsApp. Um, my WhatsApp. Hey guys, please don't call me because hey, you guys tend to wanna talk for a very long time. Hey guys, I really actually don't wanna have long conversations, guys. You know, and I mean that in a nice way, guys. Just send me a text, send me a voice note. Because at least now voice notes have this function where you can just transcribe what someone is saying, you know. Because I end up like talking about things that I already said, and yeah, it's just not nice, guys, having to constantly repeat things, you know. All right, so yeah, WhatsApp right there. So if you guys want to highlight me, there's my email and there's my WhatsApp, okay? Just take a screenshot of that and then highlight your boy afterwards, right? Maybe I can just put it on. So we're at the end, guys. So if you guys have a question, I'll give you guys like 2 minutes to think about it. Um, but if there's nothing, it's nothing. Then we'll just wait for the next session, right? So we'll probably, if I don't get up to, if I don't go out today, yeah, meh. All right, guys. The next session will probably be tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, we'll probably do one tomorrow. Okay. Because I don't want to promise you guys about later. Hey, later I'll probably be doing whatever I'm doing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'll text in the Telegram channel um what we're gonna do, right? And okay, another thing, because I mean like some people don't know. Okay, so the systems that we have available, guys, right? We have the system that I was using in this trading session is I was using our MetaTrader 5 trading system, which works on a computer or laptop. Okay, the price is 100 USD, right? 100 USD. Okay, it's 100 USD or 1005, right? And then we also have one for MetaTrader 4. Okay, it also works on a PC, on a laptop or computer, right? Same price as well. It's 100 USD. Yeah, my handwriting, or 1,500. Okay. So all of these things are sent to you via email. Then you get added to a Telegram channel, and then you can keep up with our trading sessions when we have them, right? So yeah. So I'm disconnecting right now, guys. Good luck with your trades, and yeah, give me feedback, guys. On how you liked the trading session. If there's things that you want us to add, then we can add them. But anyways, guys, go ahead and have a good day. I'll see you guys on the next session. All right. Take care, guys. Okay, let me stop my stream on YouTube. YouTube. Stand the stream. Ash, I forgot on YouTube.